Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. The Curse of Oak Island recap. The team finds a new structure in Smith's Cove, an old coin in the swamp. On The Curse of Oak Island this week, Rick and Marty Lagina, along with Craig Tester, waste no time meeting up in the war room to discuss the dire situation they find themselves in. They have just weeks to go before winter weather brings this year's activities to a stop, and it's been 1 week since the excavation at the Site 3 borehole ended due to a labor strike that could last up to 21 days. Marty calls for the team to continue the Smith's Cove excavation, then reassess where they stand. A very determined Rick replies, "Well, I disagree. We're nowhere near defeat." The tension continues to build as Rick states, "I don't like to fail, I don't like giving up," but concedes that they must come to a team decision. Marty remarks that their dad always said, "You can't beat father time." He adds that he wants to do everything possible this year, even if it means resurrecting that damn swamp. Marty's dislike of the stinky swamp is no secret, but they have made intriguing finds there, such as a 1652 Spanish pirate coin, a large iron spike, and deck planking, lending credence to the late Fred Nolan's theory that the swamp was artificially created centuries ago in order to hide a large sailing vessel. It's decided that the team will deploy seismic testing in the swamp to identify any potential voids and man-made structures, and Marty can't help getting in one last dig at his nemesis, labeling the bog wretched as well as fetid. At Smith's Cove, the team watches as crane operator Billy Gerhardt continues to scoop out piles of earth as the massive beach area excavation continues. Metal detecting expert Gary Drayton has found no metal today, and there has been no new pottery or glass uncovered at the wash plant. Hold the phone. Before the sun sets, something amazing happens. The operator delivers a piece of wood up from the ground, and someone asks, "Another structure?" "Wait a day," chimes in Gary, "and we'll find another structure." Next, stones are found along the structure, meaning this could be associated with the main flood tunnel. Crunching is heard as the crane continues its relentless dig, and Gary exhorts, "Dig it out and see what it looks like. If structures were treasure, we'd be rich." When a corner of the structure is found entrenched in the mucky mud, the excitement grows and the team starts digging by hand, finding wooden slats. If this is a shaft that predates the money pit, it could be a breakthrough discovery. Then, when they see water moving out from a pile of boulders, it's theorized that they may have found one of the 5 stone box drains. "A heck of a lot of work went on down here," says historian Charles Barkhouse. Alex Lagina thinks this could mean they are close to the convergence point, where the box drains join to form one tunnel leading to the money pit treasure shaft. Elsewhere, the team talks to Chris Donna, a theorist, in the war room. He presents the team with information about constellations and explains he believes the stars were used to map out things on Oak Island, such as treasure locations. To this, historian and researcher Paul Troutman says, "As above, so below," a reference to the theories some believe about the stars holding the key to finding treasure. According to Donna, he believes that the star Spica in the constellation Virgo marks a significant spot on the eastern edge of the swamp, perhaps representing a back door to the money pit. Rick tells their guests that he and the team are always ready to hear the theories of Oak Island enthusiasts, such as Donna, because they have obviously done their homework and put in a lot of hard work to arrive at their conclusions. The others nod in agreement. Meanwhile, reps from Eagle Canada arrive at the swamp in preparation for a seismic survey of the muddy marsh. Prior to their arrival, the team spent 2 days draining the roughly 4-acre area and put down wooden planks for the experts to walk on. In all, more than 2,000 explosive charges will be set off, with 4,000 recording devices known as G-phones recording data. Each blast sends sound waves below the earth to create a data diagram, which hopefully will reveal any structures below. "I think seismic is going to yield some significant results," states Rick. Later, Marty and Gary arrive at Lot 27 to go over the spoils from the swamp drain. Gary's detector gets a target that turns out to be a coin or a button. Marty decides it's a button and Gary calls it an oldie, 1700s. Another target reveals a coin or a token with Marty saying, "I'd say that looks real old." It could date to the early 1600s due to the fact that it has a hole punched in it, meaning it could be from one of the colonies. Could this disfigured coin be a key to who came to the island before 1795? In the latest episode of The Curse of Oak Island *, the relentless pursuit of the island's hidden treasures took an exhilarating turn as the team uncovered a new structure in Smith's Cove and an ancient coin in the swamp. The foggy dawn broke over the island with a sense of anticipation, the kind that has become a familiar companion to Rick, Marty, and their dedicated crew. Their journey, marked by both triumphs and setbacks, had reached a critical juncture. As the team gathered at the war room, the atmosphere was thick with excitement and curiosity. Marty, ever the pragmatist, laid out the day's objectives. Their primary focus was Smith's Cove, a place shrouded in mystery and speculation. Over the years, this area had yielded tantalizing clues, yet the secrets it held remained stubbornly elusive. Rick, with his characteristic blend of optimism and determination, was convinced that today would be different. The first rays of sunlight painted the landscape in hues of gold as the crew arrived at Smith's Cove. The air was crisp, carrying the scent of salt and seaweed, a constant reminder of the island's maritime heritage. The excavation site buzzed with activity. Heavy machinery rumbled to life, and the rhythmic clink of shovels hitting earth filled the air. The team worked with a sense of urgency, aware that each passing hour brought them closer to winter and the inevitable halt of their operations. Gary Drayton, the metal detection expert, led the charge. His keen eye and almost supernatural ability to uncover hidden artifacts had proven invaluable time and again. As he swept his detector over the ground, the device emitted a series of beeps, each one raising the team's hopes. Then it happened, a loud, unmistakable signal. The team gathered around, eyes wide with anticipation. Gary carefully dug into the soil, and there it was, a coin, tarnished by time but unmistakably old. The coin was small, its surface worn smooth by centuries of exposure to the elements. Laird Niven, the archaeologist, examined it closely. The coin was identified as Spanish, likely dating back to the 17th century. The discovery ignited a flurry of speculation. How had it ended up here? Was it a part of a pirate's hoard, lost during a skirmish? Or perhaps it was a remnant of one of the many expeditions that had visited the island in search of its fabled treasure. While the coin's discovery was a significant find, the day's biggest revelation awaited the team at the Cove. As the excavation continued, the outline of a structure began to emerge from the earth. The timbers were old, weathered, but remarkably well preserved. The configuration suggested it was part of a larger construction, possibly a wharf or a dock. The implications were staggering. If this structure was indeed a dock, it could provide crucial evidence of extensive human activity in Smith's Cove, further supporting the theory that Oak Island had been a hub of secretive operations. Rick and Marty consulted with the team's historians and researchers. The structure's orientation and construction techniques hinted at a significant maritime presence, possibly connected to the enigmatic Templar Knights or even the infamous pirates rumored to have buried their loot on the island. The discovery added a new layer of intrigue to the island's already convoluted history. As the day drew to a close, the team gathered around the newly unearthed structure. The setting sun cast long shadows across the site, highlighting the timber's rough textures. There was a palpable sense of achievement mixed with the ever-present question of what lay ahead. For Rick, Marty, and their crew, the discoveries of the day were not just about finding treasure, but about piecing together a historical puzzle that had captivated their imaginations for years. In the quiet moments that followed, Rick reflected on their journey. The island had tested them in countless ways, challenging their resolve and pushing the limits of their endurance. Yet each discovery, no matter how small, reinforced their belief that they were on the right path. The coin and the structure were more than just artifacts. They were keys to understanding the island's true history. Marty, always the voice of cautious optimism, reminded the team that while the day's finds were significant, they still had much work to do. The island's secrets were buried deep, and it would take relentless effort and unwavering dedication to uncover them fully. With winter approaching, the team faced a race against time, but they were more determined than ever.